We've all grown up idolizing athletes, seeing them as superheroes who can defy the limits of human ability. They're our role models, inspiring us to push our own boundaries. But what if I told you that behind the sparkling medals and the cheering crowds, there's a darker side to the world of sports? A side filled with secrets, scandals, and a relentless drive to win at any cost. Today, we're peeling back the curtain on the sports world, exposing the underbelly of competition. From the biggest stadiums to the smallest local leagues, the pressure to succeed is immense. Athletes push their bodies and minds to the limit, sometimes crossing the line in their pursuit of victory. We'll uncover the cheats, the scandals, and the controversies that have rocked the world of sports. So, buckle up and get ready to have your perception of your favorite athletes challenged. Let's start with a scandal that sent shockwaves through the world of cycling. Lance Armstrong was once celebrated as one of the greatest cyclists of all time. He won the Tour de France an unprecedented 7 consecutive times from 1999 to 2005, and his story of overcoming cancer to achieve these victories inspired millions around the world. However, beneath the surface of his remarkable achievements lay a dark secret that would eventually come to light and tarnish his legacy forever. Armstrong's success was built on a sophisticated and systematic doping program. He used a combination of performance-enhancing drugs, including EPO, erythropoietin, testosterone, and blood transfusions, to boost his endurance and performance. This elaborate scheme was orchestrated with the help of his team, doctors, and even some officials, making it one of the most extensive doping conspiracies in sports history. The truth began to unravel when former teammates and associates started to speak out against Armstrong. In 2012, the United States Anti-Doping Agency, USADA, conducted a thorough investigation, gathering testimonies and evidence that confirmed Armstrong's long-term doping practice. The findings were damning, and Armstrong was stripped of all his Tour de France titles and banned for life from professional cycling. In a highly publicized interview with Oprah Winfrey in 2013, Armstrong finally admitted to using performance-enhancing drugs throughout his career. The confession shocked the world and left many of his fans feeling betrayed. Armstrong's fall from grace was a significant blow to the sport of cycling, highlighting the pervasive issue of doping and the lengths to which some athletes will go to achieve success. Now, let's talk about a scandal that left everyone in shock. Number 6 on our list is the Dora Ratjen scandal in the world of athletics. Dora Ratjen was a German high jumper who competed in the 1936 Berlin Olympics. She finished 4th in the event, but her story took a bizarre turn years later. In 1938, it was discovered that Dora Ratjen was actually a man named Heinrich Ratjen. The revelation came when Ratjen was arrested for impersonating a woman. It turned out that Ratjen had been forced by the Nazi regime to compete as a woman to win more medals for Germany. This scandal not only shocked the sports world, but also highlighted the extreme lengths to which some regimes would go to achieve Olympic success. Ratjen's true identity was revealed when he was traveling by train and was reported to the police for looking suspicious. Upon investigation, it was confirmed that Ratjen was indeed a man. The scandal caused a sensation, and Ratjen was banned from competing in athletics. This case is a stark reminder of how political agendas can lead to unethical and deceitful practices in sports. The Dora Ratjen scandal remains one of the most bizarre and controversial moments in Olympic history. It serves as a reminder of the dark side of sports, where the desire for national glory can sometimes overshadow the principles of fair play and integrity. Next up, we have a scandal that rocked the world of figure skating. Number 5 on our list is the infamous Tonya Harding and Nancy Kerrigan scandal. Tonya Harding was an American figure skater known for her powerful jumps and competitive spirit. However, her career was overshadowed by one of the most notorious scandals in sports history. In January 1994, just before the U.S. Figure Skating Championships, Harding's main rival, Nancy Kerrigan, was attacked after a practice session. Kerrigan was struck on the knee with a baton, forcing her to withdraw from the competition. The attack was shocking and left the skating community and fans worldwide in disbelief. As the investigation unfolded, it was revealed that the attack was orchestrated by Harding's ex-husband, Jeff Gillooly, and her bodyguard, Sean Eckert. Their plan was to injure Kerrigan so that she would be unable to compete, thereby increasing Harding's chances of winning. Although Harding denied any involvement, Evidence suggested that she was aware of the plot. The scandal reached its peak during the 1994 Winter Olympics in Lillehammer, Norway. Despite the controversy, both Harding and Kerrigan competed. Kerrigan made a remarkable recovery and won the silver medal, while Harding finished in 8th place. The media frenzy surrounding the event was unprecedented, with the public and press closely following every development. In the aftermath, Harding was found guilty of hindering the prosecution and was banned for life from competitive figure skating. The scandal had a lasting impact on her career and personal life. Meanwhile, Kerrigan continued to skate professionally and became a beloved figure in the sport. The Tonya Harding and Nancy Kerrigan scandal remains one of the most dramatic and talked about events in Olympic history. Coming on to number 4 on our list is the Ben Johnson scandal. Imagine the thrill of watching the 1988 Seoul Olympics, where the world witnessed one of the most electrifying 100-meter races in history. Canadian sprinter Ben Johnson blazed down the track, crossing the finish line in a record-breaking 9.79 seconds. The crowd erupted in cheers, and Johnson was hailed as the fastest man alive. But the euphoria was short-lived. Just 3 days later, the sporting world was rocked by a scandal that would forever change the landscape of athletics. Johnson tested positive for stenozolol, a banned anabolic steroid. The revelation was a bombshell, leading to his immediate disqualification and the stripping of his gold medal. The title was then awarded to Carl Lewis, the American sprinter who had finished second. This scandal didn't just tarnish Johnson's reputation, it exposed the dark underbelly of doping in sports. The incident prompted a widespread investigation, uncovering that many elite athletes were using performance-enhancing drugs to gain an edge. Johnson's fall from grace served as a harsh reminder of the consequences of cheating and led to the implementation of stricter anti-doping measures in the years that followed. His story remains a cautionary tale of how the pursuit of glory can lead to a dramatic downfall. Now, let's take a trip back to the 2000 Sydney Olympics, where Marion Jones was the star of the show. She dazzled the world with her speed, winning 5 medals, including 3 golds. Her performances were nothing short of spectacular, and she quickly became a global icon. But behind the scenes, a dark secret was lurking. Years later, in 2007, the truth came out. Jones admitted to using performance-enhancing drugs, specifically steroids provided by the infamous Balco Lab. This revelation was a shock to many, as Jones had vehemently denied any wrongdoing for years. Her confession was a turning point, not just for her career, but for the entire track and field community. Imagine the disappointment and betrayal felt by her fans and fellow athletes. Jones was stripped of her medals, and her achievements were erased from the record book. But the consequences didn't stop there. She was also sentenced to 6 months in prison for lying to federal investigators about her drug use. Jones's story is a powerful reminder of the high stakes in the world of competitive sports. The pressure to win can lead athletes down a dangerous path, where the line between right and wrong becomes blurred. Her fall from grace was a sobering moment for the sports world, highlighting the need for integrity and honesty. In the end, Jones' legacy is a complex one. While her athletic prowess was undeniable, her involvement in doping overshadowed her accomplishments. Her story serves as a cautionary tale for future generations of athletes, emphasizing that true success comes from hard work and fair play, not shortcuts. Now, coming on to number 2 on our list is the East German doping program. Let's rewind to the Cold War era, a time when the rivalry between East and West extended far beyond politics and into the realm of sports. East Germany, eager to showcase its superiority, embarked on a state-sponsored doping program that would become one of the most notorious in Olympic history. From the 1970s through the 1980s, East German athletes dominated various sports, particularly swimming and track and field. Their success was staggering, with athletes like Cornelia Ender and Marita Koch setting world records and winning numerous gold medals. But behind these remarkable achievements was a dark secret: systematic doping orchestrated by the state. The East German government, through its sports federation, administered anabolic steroids and other performance-enhancing drugs to its athletes, often without their knowledge. Young athletes were subjected to rigorous training regimens and given vitamins that were, in reality, potent steroids. The goal was clear: to win at any cost and demonstrate the superiority of the socialist system. The truth began to unravel after the fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989. Former athletes and coaches came forward, revealing the extent of the doping program. The revelations were shocking, exposing the physical and psychological toll on the athlete. Many suffered long-term health issues, and their achievements were forever tainted by the scandal. Imagine the betrayal felt by these athletes, who had dedicated their lives to their sport, only to discover they had been used as pawns in a political game. The East German doping program remains a stark reminder of the lengths to which some will go to achieve victory and the devastating consequences of such actions. For our final and most recent example, let's look at the Kamila Valieva controversy from the 2022 Beijing Winter Olympics. This scandal involved the young Russian figure skater Kamila Valieva, who was just 15 years old at the time. Valieva was a favorite to win gold, having already made history by landing a quadruple jump in competition. However, the excitement surrounding her performance quickly turned into a scandal when it was revealed that she had tested positive for trimetazidine, a banned heart medication that can enhance endurance. Positive test had occurred in December 2021, but the results were only made public during the Olympics, causing a media frenzy and intense scrutiny. Despite the positive test, Valieva was allowed to continue competing in the Games due to her age and the ongoing investigation. This decision sparked outrage and debate within the sports community and beyond. Many argued that allowing her to compete undermined the integrity of the Olympics and set a dangerous precedent. Pressure and controversy took a toll on Valieva. In the women's singles event, she faltered under the immense pressure, falling multiple times and finishing off the podium. The incident highlighted the immense pressures young athletes face and the ethical complexities of doping in sports. In the aftermath, the International Olympic Committee, IOC, and the World Anti-Doping Agency, WADA, faced criticism for their handling of the situation. The scandal prompted calls for stricter regulations and better protection for young athletes to prevent similar incidents in the future. Well, that was a wild ride, wasn't it? We've uncovered some pretty shocking stuff about the world of sports today. From doping scandals to mind-boggling records, it's clear that there's a lot more going on behind the scenes than we often realize. What did you think of these shocking revelations? Were there any stories that surprised you? Let us know in the comments below. We love hearing your thoughts and feedback. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more mind-blowing content. We've got plenty more stories to uncover, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.